Hello everyone, and welcome back to Searching the Farseas, where we are here with our expanding Farsea tribe, who has actually given up life at sea on the back of the whale that their ancestors washed up on in order to settle down on land. So we are actually on solid land, and we have finally begun to do a little bit of exploring after our mishaps with the coconut trees, those evil coconut trees. I still think the Farseas are a little bit dubious about the coconuts. They don't really want to have much to do with them, and that would definitely be why our current lead seer, Crumble, who actually gets to use his powers of being a bit of a seer thanks to his antenna, kind of having that gut feeling about being able to predict the weather and guide the tribe in other more spiritual ways. Crumble is not going to have anything to do with his younger sister Chrissy, standing under the coconut tree, even though she was curious. So he's going to definitely encourage her to move so that she doesn't have the coconut land on her. And Chrissy is actually really enchanted with the ocean as well. So we'll get back to that in just a second. But welcome back, everyone. And I just wanted to say there are so many antennae everywhere. We have so many nichelings with so many different types of antenna, and last time we even had antenna twins born, which is quite an exciting event. We had Raisin born to Lala and Pecan, our two nichelings in love back here, who have unfortunately had many sickly children of their own, because despite their best intentions of romance, they did end up having many sickly children. And I think it's actually quite beautiful that the only child that they had who was not sickly is actually young Birch down here. And Birch, I feel, is going to be the one to finally introduce the purr snout into the tribe. Because surrounded by all of his sickly siblings, as he is, hey, Bunnel, none of that. Stop that. Oh, we got him! Oh my goodness. All right, we'll have to go ahead and eat that in just a second. Hey, back off. This is going to be our food. No, you can't have these. It's still our food. Oh no, and now I'm going to get Birch sick. No! That totally backfired on me. But young Birch is the only healthy child that Pecan and Lala actually ever had. And he is actually a seer, as well as his sister Raisin. I almost called her Raisin, like a fancy name. No, it's just Raisin. Just Raisin. You know, like a dried grape. Raisin. But we have Birch, and his antenna are hopefully going to guide him over to the lovely Samoth. And Samoth is actually quite enchanted with the scent of berries and feels that her purpose as a seer, since we're saying in the Farsea tribe that all of these antennae kind of give our nichelings a sixth sense of some kind, and it relates to their personality more than anything. But she also has the purr snout, and so we're going to have her start searching out the berries. She spent her young life in this nest that has been blessed by the bones of our wonderful Peachy, if you remember her. She actually blessed this permanent nest with her bones, and so she spent her young life there. That sounds kind of morbid, sitting among the bones of one of our former tribe leaders and sniffing berries. But she has seen how the berries help to feed this rapidly growing tribe and hopes to guide the tribe to more berries. So she's going to use her abilities to go and sniff out more of the berry bushes, but I'm going to imagine that she is using her sixth sense of her antenna in order to do so. But because she also has purr snout, and because Birch has purr snout, and because they both have antenna, hopefully today will be the day we finally have the beautiful purr snout added into the tribe. I am very hopeful about that. But for now, I'll have Samoth come over, and she is going to go ahead and just kind of investigate a couple of these spots, both of which already have nichelings of her tribe dutifully collecting up the berries, so she wouldn't feel any need to dawdle? There we go. Because they have found those spots, so she's on her life mission, and little does she know that soon she shall meet Birch, and they shall begin a whole new mission of having tons and tons of nichelings with purr snouts. And if we end up with a healer who also has the antenna, that would be quite interesting. And just imagine that impulse to have a sixth sense that is also related to the antenna and purr snout. I really feel like that would be a healer who just feels called to go towards nichelings in need. So that's going to be very exciting. But that is only one of the many stories that are being told by the Farseas, my friends. So let us carry on. All right, so we're going to pop down here where Pecan is quite busy trying to defend his berry population from all these hungry rabbles, and Lala, feeling a little bit older, probably came over here to praise her beloved mate Pecan for all of the hard work that he has done in kind of building up this little home that they really carved out on this solid land together. And she's a little tired, and so just like Lala never really realized her children were sick, I think she wouldn't really realize that she has kind of come to the edge of old age. So we're gonna let her go ahead and rest for a moment. And then we're going to come over here. Crumble is actually going to kind of follow his sister. Oh, there's some of those fish. He is going to continue to investigate the mystery of all of these coconut trees, because Crumble really doesn't trust these coconut trees. Ooh, and Crumble actually, no, Crumble shares genes with Samoth. He shares immunity D, so we won't have them breed. But carrying on, our other leader of the tribe right now is actually Lynn. And Lynn, to his shock, stumbled upon Kulo. Kulo is a really laid-back, wandering nicheling who has nothing against coconuts, because the whole tribe seems to be so worried about coconuts, and I think Kulo would be taking a moment as he cools his heels in the stream and has just shared the first fish that this tribe has ever enjoyed together. I do believe that Kulo would be telling the tribe that's because they tried to force the coconut. You cannot force the coconut tree to give up its bounty, because then it will stun you and you will suffer for your hubris. Instead, I feel Kulo would be teaching the Nichelings that instead of like tackling the coconut tree and trying to force the coconuts down, you must be patient and just wait for the coconut to fall. Also, apparently these rabbles have no sense of self-preservation, because Lynn has always attracted the rabbles. It's been kind of hilarious to see that. But we'll let Lynn come over and continue to learn some lessons from Kulo. And Kulo's advice is you gotta let the coconut tree go at the coconut tree's pace. You can't just force these things. And he has also caught the attention of our lovely Sunri, who's quite fascinated by the way that Kulo has gone around almost casually, easily taking out all of those rabble and providing them as food, and also gathering up all these fish. What other mysteries does this male have to offer? So we're gonna have Kulo jump up here. Aha, and he has just discovered more food resources. Oh, and a nest. Oh my. I think Sunri might be getting some ideas about now. So I don't know if Kulo knows it, but I think Sunri might be about to try to tackle him as a good mate. So we'll look at that in just a second. And then over here, Rostar has kind of spent most of his life following his father Bwok around, but Bwok would most likely encourage his son to go out and follow the other Nichelings, follow their leader Lynn, and help Lynn out with the strategy side of things, which right now I feel Lynn is really concerned about all of the new food sources that the tribe has never had access to. His mother was worried about permanent nest. We now have at least a few, and he is more concerned about finding out what other new things they could stumble on this island, because it is very important to him not to be taken by surprise the way that those coconut trees took poor Cookie by surprise so long ago. So Rostar, I'm gonna have you go around. Everybody's just gonna give the coconut trees like a huge careful birth. There we go. Oops. And I think Blake was a little overeager and just took out that berry bush without me meaning to. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. And then Tataduke. Aww. So we have a little Tata. I'm just going to rename him Tata after our Nicheling god of tricks, as you guys may know. If not, highly recommend checking him out. That was one of my favorite series as well. And so little Tata has been born. I forgot to actually give him some attention last time. One of Sissy's children with Blake. And this little guy has high fertility. He has the ability to pick nuts, do a little attacking, and to gather a lot of berries, actually. So I think that we may actually have him follow this kind of migration of Zio's children, as Zio's children have all been kind of moving north. They like to have a little bit of space. They're just sort of a little picky, a little bit more wandery. Definitely inherited that from their father Robin, for sure. So we're gonna let Tuft follow his sisters. We already have Raven up here and Dove up here, and I think little Goose is going to waddle after them, and Zio is just We'll send her with them to at least make sure her children make it out there safely. But Zio and Walnut could have babies, and Zio is not dead yet. So I feel like she would have come over here with the interest of keeping track of her youngest children and just making sure they're all wandering safely together. And then at the same moment, Sissy's eyes and Zio's eyes meet this lovely male, Walnut. And I don't know what it is about Walnut. What is it about Walnut? Who knows? But there's something about him that I just find charming, and I'm sure that my females just find irresistible. So, Walnut, your job, buddy. Pass on the purr snout. Pass on the purr snout. Please, I really want to see purr snout finally. So we're gonna see about passing that on to you. And unfortunately, I don't know if we'll have to get lucky with like double mutations in order to see it come through. But otherwise, Walnut, my dear, I don't know what else I would want him to pass on because he is just so charming. He has a lot of really good traits. His only problem is that he unfortunately has doubled up immunity. I mean, he has stellar fertility. He's got all those spots. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because I absolutely adore spots. Let's go ahead and give him the antenna. Even though we have a lot of antenna running around, just because he doesn't have long for this world. And I think it would be cool to see. Or maybe peacock tail, because he is super attractive. Wasn't I saying that? Yeah, so we'll give him peacock tail, because there's just something ridiculously attractive about him. It's all the spots, if you ask me. That would have both my females. He would come up like, hello, and the females would definitely think, why, hello there. There we go. All right. And so both my females are now expecting. That is not the reception Walnut probably expected, but I bet he is happy about that. And Sissy, I think, is waiting for her youngest. She's going to wait for Tata to come off the nest, but we'll let Zio go ahead and make a nest right there. All right. Or actually, well, we're kind of low on grass, but I'll have Sissy make a nest too, just so that Zio and Sissy's child can be born at the same time. All right, so that handled everything. So let's do this, guys. All right, let's see if we have mixed and matched our genetics and if Walnut's attractiveness is going to show itself either as a peacock tail or hopefully some purse snouts. Come on, Walnut. We're cheering for you. Walnut, I love everything about you. You magnificent, wonderful. What is it about Walnut? He's just amazing. Holy meow. What do I even have here? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We have a female rarest who was born with the antenna. Thank you, little one. I don't even know what I'm going to like give your tribe in terms, or like give you as your seer thing that you're gonna have to follow. At first, having a seer was unique, and now everybody's a seer. So it's going to be like, well, okay, we don't have very many unique paths left. What do you feel like pursuing? Well, I really like bunnels. Maybe she'll be like, I really like grass. Who knows? We'll figure it out. And we'll let her take care of those things. But guys. What? Clear this away, break. We need to see this glorious, oh my gosh. We just got peacock tail and the purr snout at the same time. Walnut, I love you. I love you so much. Oh my gosh. Tata, scooch over. You need to have many more siblings. Oh my gosh. This is fantastic. Okay, we're gonna have Goose come over and destroy this nest so his mother can immediately have more children. Yes. All right, so let's get these guys set up because this is just too cool. All right, we're gonna go ahead and have Sissy come over here. Walnut, if you don't mind. Thank you. Sissy's gonna jump over here. She's going to snack on some berries. We're going to have Zio. Let's see. So Zio's gonna jump here. Mate, got it. Jump down. Nest, got it. Oh my gosh. This baby! What am I even gonna name him? Well, we'll come back to that in just a second, because I'm sure the Nicheling gods are in quite the flurry. We have quite the pantheon of Nicheling gods by now, after all, covering hundreds of episodes of Niche. So just imagine the excitement among all of them. From Tata, who apparently may have showed up as a reincarnation over here, because he knew that something pretty spectacular was about to happen, all the way to Doli and Black Rose, and so many of our other amazing seers. This is just our amazing Nicheling pantheon. This is amazing. I don't even know what to name him. And he is Walnut's child and Sissy's child. He has purr snout, so he has the ability to purr, which I think heals Nichelings. He has a lot of attractiveness. I kind of want to name him like Midas. I don't know why. Like, his touch isn't golden, but I kind of want to name him Midas. Which seems like a really, I don't know. We'll come back to it. The Nicheling gods are clearly akimbo right now, and they have no idea what to name this amazing baby. This is so cool. That's one of the coolest babies we've had from our Nichelings in a very long time. Oh no! And we've had some death. Oh my gosh! It's like their sibling. They had an older brother here, and it's like he picked a fight with the Crabbit and lost. Look at this tragedy. Oh my goodness, that's so sad, Raisin. Oh, that's so sad. Oh my goodness, Raisin. They have finally witnessed it. So meanwhile, while all of that hubbubaloo is going on, here on the other side of the island there has been tragedy, as Pecan just witnessed in the same day, to his shock, both the death of his beloved mate Lala and their eldest child, which truly, well, I think Walnut, the Walnut I think is younger, which truly, I don't think they were ready for, because it only just now was occurring to them that the mysterious symptoms that their children carried for so long was an illness that could strike them down while they were still adults. And this is something Birch is going to be taking very deeply into his heart, and in the same place where he has sort of that sixth sense that many of our antennaed Nicheling seers have. He is going to guide himself towards where he feels called, and that is to Samoth's side. They are still quite young, and so the signals may not quite be as strong of a call within that they would be with him one day. But for now, he just knows that's where he should go, and Samoth is going to be continuing her journey into the forest. We'll actually have Dove go ahead. Oh, Dove just found a rock that I think would have offended her for getting in her way. But little Samoth, even at her young age, is on a grand journey. Clearly her mother is already distracted, trying to find more berry bushes, so she'll carry on there. And Birch, hopefully bringing his sister Raisin pretty soon back to his side, but Birch will actually appear at her side. Oh, and he already found a little nest. Go Birch! So he is now going to have to convince Samoth that they are meant to be, because it is what he truly feels inside. And that's well and good, but unless there is love, then I already have person out over here, so I won't force it. Alright, and otherwise, we have Raven, who I believe is going to do a little bit of digging, because her father was a wonderful beaked Nicheling who knew how to properly dig in the ground for roots. So they're, even though they don't have the ability, they're going to give it their best go. And Walnut over here, man, his babies are amazing. And Blake over here, I think feels a little silly for having destroyed that berry bush, but he just did another one. I just wanted to try. He's a lot stronger in his old age than I think he realized. And we are carrying on over here now. Oh, there's some bunnels nearby. We are carrying on over here now with Sunri quite excited at the scent of bunnels and the discovery of this nest. And Kulo is just taking it easy, because that's kind of what he does. Oh, and then over here we have a bunnel with Lynn. Can I get that little guy? We'll have to see. I'll have to give it just a moment. Let's see. And we're gonna have Rostar. I think that Lynn would tell Rostar, oh, actually there's a coconut. Lynn would tell Rostar to help search along the creek, because Lynn is technically like one of our leaders, and he wants to do a bit more searching over here so that we can hopefully discover anything else that might be hiding with our Nichelings. So, oh my goodness. And coming back to this kid, what do I even name you? Midas is kind of like a weird name, because your father is Walnut. Gosh. And here, your mother is Sissy. You're amazing. I mean, look at him. He's gonna be absolutely fantastic. I think I'm gonna have to go with Midas after all, like the king who touched everything and it turned to gold. But he's super nice too. What to pick? What to pick? And he's a healer. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I know this is gonna be silly. I'm going to name him Jay. And those of you who are Warrior Cats fans among us are going to know why I would name a feather-rumped Nicheling Jay, especially one who can heal things. Though this one can actually, he has perfect eyesight, but hopefully a lot of you guys will get the reference and I'll get a lot of joy out of seeing those of you who know the reference in the comment section. And then of course his half-sister right over here, child of Zeo, Zeus? There we go. Zeus. I kind of wanted to just name her Zeus because that seems very nice. And Zeo is one of my favorites. This is actually the only child that she has ever given birth to that looks the most like her. Oh geez, I'm so sorry, Crumble. I almost forgot one of my whole seers. Oh dear. Well, we have plenty of babies being born, so I do believe that Crumble would actually be working his way across the waterways in order to study up more of those cocoa nuts because he just really feels he needs to scout them all out. And we're gonna have his sister Chrissy join him because I believe Chrissy, now see, I want her to be able to build up like swimming ability, but I don't think this counts as swimming, unfortunately. Yeah, because she has to perform swim, and this is all very shallow. So this is going to take me a little while to build up swim with Chrissy, but we're going to give it a good go. But all right, there we go. So Jay, I like that we named him Jay now. But Jay's over here, and he's going to be our very first healer, so I'm very excited about that. And he's about to have a whole bunch of half-siblings, so bring it on. Walnut, please, don't die. Don't die yet, Walnut. Maybe Jay's first act of purring. How do I purr? Oh, you probably walk up to a Nicheling and purr. Maybe his first act of purring can be healing his father. Ooh, but let's see what his half-siblings will be. Purr snouts! We just had a litter of purr snouts. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. We just had a whole litter of purr snouts. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna need to pick out names for everybody. This is amazing. This is absolutely fantastic. Jay, I hope you can heal your father. We're going to see if you can heal your father. But this is awesome, guys. So we are having another litter, and this one is even a seer on her own right. What are we going to do with all of them? The genetics are already getting kind of amazing, and now we can start playing it a little bit looser at gathering up more food and letting some of our Nichelings actually live out lives where they might not even have mates and children, because we're getting the population above that 20 that I like to kind of try to keep it around. So, more babies of Walnut, and hopefully Jay's first healing if he's old enough to heal his father before Walnut passes away next time. And I will see you guys then. Bye-bye!